Okay? And company warrants, the risk is related to the credit risk of the company, and the credit risk for corporate warrant is related to Merrill Lynch. This is really a risk because, for example, 2008 Lehman Brothers has collapsed, and then the warrants issued by Lehman Brothers accounting for maybe 24 million Hong Kong dollars, and then they all gone. Okay, this is a risk, but I think for Merrill Lynch, it's okay, no problem. Okay, and another important thing is that covered warrants, there will be a LP. LP means liquidity provider. Liquidity provider, that's one of the key jobs of Benedict. He needs to provide the market. We have to market making. That means you can, at any time, any point, you can, any time and any point of the spot price, you can buy or you can sell. So there is no liquidity problem, supposedly. Okay. So what is a highly standardized product? I mean, the warrants. So the eligible list, there is an eligible list. You cannot issue any warrants related to any company. So you can only issue warrants related to eligible lists. There are about 270. So if you want to issue a company or tailor-make a warrants for you, just make a phone call to me and I will make it to you if it is in the eligible list. And then the block size, and then LP extra. And then remember, warrant is just an option. It's no more than an option. It is a simple version of option. So option, how many of you understand or heard about option? Please raise your hand. Option. Okay, thank you. Not many, but still got some. So option has call and put feature. For the call option, you are looking positive for the underlying. For the put option, you are looking negative. And then right, this is a right. You can exercise or you cannot. You can exercise, but you don't have to be exercised. But if this is in the money and you don't want to exercise, just give it to me. I will help you to exercise and put it into my pockets. So if you can exercise, please exercise. This is the right you can have. And the underlying, there are lots of underlying in Hong Kong, as I mentioned, 270. And the underlying, you can relate it to the blue chips, and you can relate it to the index. Actually, Hang Seng Index is a good start for you if you really want to get into the warrant market. Because Hang Seng Index is accounting for more than 25% of warrant market. And in index warrant, Merrill Lynch in Hong Kong is the leader, the top one issuer. Okay? And the strike price and the future dates, the strike price means that for a call warrant, we get a strike price. For example, HSBC, the price may be about $100. And if we have a 110 strike of a call warrant, then the price have to be more than or higher than the 110, then you can exercise your call warrant or call option. Okay? And in Hong Kong, all of the warrants, all of the covered warrants are European warrants. That means you can only exercise at the maturity date. And there's another version of warrant that is called an American version, an American warrant. Then you can exercise prior to any date before the maturity date. And of course, it is a leveraged product. This is the most important thing. I've told you that the investor make more than 17 flows, and he used a lot of the leverage effect. He is a good analysis in technical. So he just do the technical analysis, and once he think the price will gone up within maybe, let's say, 1 week or few days, and then he would buy maybe 20%, and then he will leverage it. Just buy a very short-dated and out-of-money call warrant, and then when the price up by maybe 10%, and then the warrant may be up by 200%. So let's understand the name of a warrant. In Hong Kong, you can see that actually ABC originally I put it ML. ML means Merrill Lynch, but my compliance you can tell that how strict they are. ABC, okay, it's the issuer's name. For example, ML can be the issuer, or other issuer's name can be put. And HSI means the underlying stock. This one is a Hang Seng Index put warrant. You can see that EP means European put. There is no other letters other than E, but X. X means exotic, but that is not popular in Hong Kong. Let's just skip it, this part. And the final, that is June 2010, is the maturity date. So in Hong Kong, as Alan said, you have to know the numbers. Otherwise, you don't know how to trade. But you can recognize that from 10,000 to 29,999, they are all warrants. Okay, so starting from this to this, you can see that. And let me give you a concept about the leverage. When we're talking about the warrants, we have a concept of the effective gearing. Let me tell you, if effective gearing is about 10 times, that means if your underlying gone up by 1% or down by 1%, your call warrants will gone up by 10% or down by 10%. So it's 10 times of the underlying price performance. Okay? For example, for another example, if the Hang Seng Index put warrant, that the effective gearing is maybe 15 times. And then if the Hang Seng Index gone down by 1%, your put warrants theoretical return will be 15%. If the Hang Seng Index gone up by 1%, then you will have a negative return about 15%. That's the concept about effective gearing. So the calculation is not important, but you have to remember the concept. This is the illustration about the effective gearing. So the concept I have mentioned, nothing more important than what I have just mentioned, just this part. And let's look at the price factors. What are affecting the price of our warrants? Let me ask you another question first. What are the affecting price, affecting the price of underlying movement? Maybe, for example, what do you think? What is the reason a price has to go up or go down? Any idea? My teacher told me that for the short term, the money flow affects the price movement significantly. For the long term, for a company, stocks, the earning ability is the most important factor that affects the price. So, but for the warrants, what are the factors affecting the price? There are 6 major factors. 6 factors, but 3 of them are major factors. Okay, the first one is underlying price, or the second one is exercise price. Underlying price, okay, I don't think I have to mention about this. And exercise price, volatility. I guess I have to mention about the third point, volatility, and the time to maturity, time decay. And for the 5th and the 6th point, they are not so important. You can ignore this one at least this time. Maybe next lesson we can talk about this. So this is a chart talking about the call warrant. So I will give you a very simple example. For example, a call warrant maybe $1 now, and it has an exercise price of maybe $10, and the spot price is now $11. So the call price is the intrinsic value is about $1, but we have to plus time value for a call warrant. So the market price for this warrant may be 1.5. $1 for the intrinsic value. The intrinsic value is calculated by the difference between spot price and the exercise price. Let me repeat. The spot price now is $11 and the exercise price is $10. Okay, so the intrinsic value is the difference between spot price and the exercise price is about $1, right? And the time value, it still got 6 months to go, so I give him 0.5 time value. So the market price of the call warrant is 1.5. And then the implied volatility I will mention in next part. So if the spot price gone up from $11 to $12, so the intrinsic value will now become $2, right? And plus the 0.5 time value, it will be the call warrant's price will